champion drmzjoseph get the edge on Duhstin? We're about to find out as we get into the pre-bans.
Looking like it. So far today, first pick has been a pretty hefty advantage for a lot of people. Not sure if it's the nerves going on with them, but drmzjoseph we know is a very, very strong contender. The first pick advantage for him will be pretty significant. Leaning towards that Sierra first pick here.
Definitely some strong pre-bans as well. Yan Hong and Fire Bison being banned out, also known as Conald. drmzjoseph locking in that Okeanos, so we see first pick so many matches. Duhstin hovering over a Sierra.
A hard 50-50 trying to decide if they're going to pick Okeanos or Sierra. Not sure which player values which one more, but it seems like drmzjoseph really valuing the additional damage there from Okeanos on that skill 3.
And it looks like Duhstin's going to wrap up his first picks there with a Hay Gang to go alongside his 24 speed lead Sierra. drmzjoseph looking to respond.
We see Fire Bison banned. Not sure if I actually like the early Hay Gang pick. I think it's a bit too much of a giveaway, possibly, but it is pretty safe either way for Duhstin.
Ooh, very fire heavy for drmzjoseph. We're looking at a Vanessa next to a Masha.
Very aggressive draft here. Most likely going to see a Barber coming out, possibly a Fran as well from drmzjoseph. Duhstin leaning towards drmzjoseph basically wants to deny him the Chungpung pick. Masha's very good into that as long as alongside the triple fire there. Duhstin could lean to a Lulu, play the turn 2, could very well pick up a Water Ryu and go very aggressive here.
It looks like he's hovering over Lulu, and he does lock in that Chungpung, even though he's got those fire damage dealers on the side of drmzjoseph.
No fear here from Duhstin. Duhstin goes in, knows he's confident on that draft, knows his Chungpung is very effective. drmzjoseph saw it coming. He saw it coming 100%, and there it is. Diana and Molly, both great units against this AoE composition setup here.
Definitely great units indeed. drmzjoseph with actually a very strong draft with Diana and Molly wrapping it up here. Duhstin looking to respond with his last pick.
I think Duhstin's a little scared right now. It's not a lot you can do to pick something that's not going to get immediately banned right here.
And he's going to be going with Fire Ryu to wrap up his draft. Now, Duhstin played this up against Shizzy, and he got pretty far with it. Curious if it's going to work out against drmzjoseph, or it's just going to get the boot in this match.
Maybe we can believe a little more in it. No Cardinal, and the Lulu is on Duhstin's side, so he does have a little bit of advantage with the Fire Ryu there. It's hard for me to choose a ban here for Duhstin, though, because almost everything is a good ban on this side.
Yeah, these are one of those tough matches that we've seen. And Vanessa's getting banned out. That 33 speed lead none of them want to see, or the 24 speed lead. Attack lead on the side of Duhstin. Is Duhstin going to have enough firepower to take out drmzjoseph? We're about to find out as we get into our first match with Duhstin and drmzjoseph.
drmzjoseph really going to have to lean in and take out this Lulu early on. Without taking out the Lulu, it's just going to be too hard to fight through the Fire Ryu with immunity.
Okeanos being very quick to get that reset on top of Chungpung. Chungpung with just a first skill for attack bar pushback, and he's aiming it towards Masha.
That glancing, though, pretty valuable here against the Masha. Denies the Masha the opportunity for the defense break into the water, or Fire Ryu, excuse me. Okay.
Yep, and Diana going right in for some big damage on top of that Chungpung. Masha trying to deal as much damage as she can with that glancing effect. Diana looking for a stun, and Lulu's going to be here to heal him up.
Duhstin's in a pretty favorable position now, actually. We didn't see the Fire Ryu ban, so it's going to be kind of rough for drmzjoseph. He has to fight pretty heavily uphill, and we'll see how much damage this Fire Ryu can deal while Molly's still in the field.
Well, Fire Ryu trying to target out that Masha. Masha about 50% right now. Chungpung with only a first skill, possibly looking for a proc to throw out a second skill if he can.
Yeah, the match really comes down to two pretty strong beasts. Duhstin needs to rotate this Fire Ryu and take down this Masha before the defense break opportunity comes up. Big thing that's going to take down that Fire Ryu is Masha's defense break alongside the additional damage from Okeanos.
No, Diana trying to do all she can to drop this Chungpung here. Does drop the Chungpung.
Duhstin looking a little scared here now. Chungpung is gone, so no resets, no attack bar pushback, no control. Still has that Lulu Fire Ryu. Pretty strong setup here.
Definitely a strong setup indeed. Possibly looking to stay on top of that Masha, even though it was just shielded up, and he's choosing to go for the Okeanos instead.
This Diana pick very, very strong into the Lulu. I think it's going to be what actually wins this matchup for drmzjoseph here.
There's a first skill going into the Hay Gang. Can't pass over that attack buff there. Lulu possibly just going to heal up and remove that debuff sitting on top of the Hay Gang.
Hagang pretty effective in this situation, actually. Does gain attack bar for the whole team when Okeanos cleanses on skill 1 alongside the Molly skill 2 cleanse.
Diana looking to pummel some serious damage into Hagang. Hagang still standing tall, though.
Pretty high damage, Diana here. Oh, and the extra turn, Diana's going to really, really rip the damage out. Hagang might go down this turn.
Not at all what Duhstin wanted to see there. No one wants to see a Diana proc, and Diana has enough damage to drop that Hagang. Lulu's going to be all alone with this Fire Ryu.
Be careful, though. If he kills the Lulu a little too early, he's going to go into a lot of counters here.
Yep, most definitely. Trying to get a reset on top of that Lulu. We've got a big second skill coming out of this Fire Ryu, possibly onto the Okeanos.
Very scary setup for Duhstin, though. Doesn't have any skills in his Lulu. The defense break comes out, hits the Fire Ryu.
Massive damage onto that Fire Ryu. Has got first skill, trying to heal it up as much as possible. Does he choose to transform with the Diana? And he chooses to do the shields instead.
The additional damage from Oki will rip through that Fire Ryu, even through the glancing, and that's going to be it.
That is definitely going to be it. drmzjoseph taking round 1 away from Duhstin.
I'm not a big fan of the Chung Pung there into the triple fire. We knew that drmzjoseph really wanted to deny that Chung Pung pick, but Duhstin said, I'm going to take it anyways, went for it, and, you know, a little bit, definitely playing an uphill battle on that side.
Most definitely playing an uphill battle, not in Duhstin's favor whatsoever, but he's looking to get his second match up against drmzjoseph to possibly be in his favor, having his LD Nat 5 this time.
I think for a lot of the players in the tournament today, what we're going to need to see is we're going to need to see people getting out of their comfort zone. We're seeing a lot of very standard drafting here, a lot of things that people pick on ladder, and it's just not working out for them today. You know, if you lose that first round, maybe it's time to swap things up. Maybe it's time to pick those pocket picks you've always been waiting for.
Well, pre-bans are coming out here. Looks like that Nyx and Ciara getting pre-banned going into this round 2.
Nyx pre-ban. Nyx is a pretty scary unit. Honestly, didn't know Duhstin had a Nyx. I haven't seen him use it in any of the matches so far, but there it is. The Ciara pre-ban, very effective on Duhstin's side.
And the Okeanos getting first pick from Duhstin and quickly responds with a Lulu and Connell coming out of drmzjoseph.
drmzjoseph very confident today, knows exactly what he wants. Knew the Okeanos was coming out, was ready immediately to lock in the Lulu Carnal there.
Both these players fairly picking fairly fast. And we've got Yanhong Molong coming out for Duhstin. drmzjoseph looking to respond with a Vanessa and a Chung Pung.
I like the Chung Pung here. It's actually fairly effective into this. I would be very interested to see if drmzjoseph went back to this 2017 meta here and last picked a Triana to deny that Molong opportunity.
We've seen him draft a Triana a whole lot last year, so I'm curious to see if we're going to be seeing it going here with a Triana-Vanessa combination at a drmzjoseph. Duhstin favoring that Water Ryu once again.
Yeah, I really like Duhstin picking the Fire Ryu there. Very strong and has the Molly to go alongside it, so has a lot of denial on this AoE CC. Probably not leaning towards a ban on the Carnal or the Chung Pung here, but remember what happened with Shizzy. You know, the Carnal Lulu combination really took him down, so maybe a little PTSD. Might have to ban out that Carnal.
Yeah, we'll see. Going into round 2 with drmzjoseph and Duhstin here. drmzjoseph possibly locking in the Barbara, signaling that he's going to be letting this Fire Ryu through.
Oh, if he does lock in that Barbara, Duhstin's going to have to ban it. Has no choice. It's very effective against everything on his team, and it is a very strong single target strip.
And you couldn't be more correct. Barbara's getting banned out. Molong is getting banned out.
Duhstin with the resist lead. 33 speed lead on the other side.
Well, can Duhstin resist drmzjoseph getting into round 2? We're about to find out, guys. Can Duhstin get a victory over drmzjoseph?
Liking the quad will here. Very effective, very fast units too. We see this Chung Pung and the Carnal being really effective up there.
Yeah, there's that skill 2 strip, boosting up his attack bars here. Okeanos coming up next. The big skill 2 possibly onto the Chung Pung.
I think go for the Chung Pung, wants to deny the speed down. Chung Pung not too scary in this current setup. We do have both the Molly and the Fire Ryu.
Yeah, there's that third skill coming out of Chung Pung. We're trying to reduce some attack bars here. See that Revenge once again coming out of Fire Ryu. No provoke happening on top of Yanhong.
This Lulu's going to be pretty effective for drmzjoseph, though. Being able to deny the branding effect from the counter on Fire Ryu is very strong.
Vanessa landing that death break on top of Yanhong. I'm not too sure Yanhong's really going to worry too much about that. Fire Ryu. He's going to be putting his eyes on somebody, and it is going to be Chung Pung here.
Very tanky Chung Pung as well, about 35, 36k HP there. Takes a 10k hit, only chips him a little bit.
Chung Peng looking for some attack bar pushback on top of that. Yan Hong gets it. No provoke coming out of this Connell.
drmzjoseph playing it very, very safe, very consistent. Wants to make sure that he doesn't take too much unnecessary damage from the Fire Ryu counter there.
Some additional turns coming out of Vanessa, choosing a new focus here, and it's going to be the Molly.
A little bit scary, though. Vanessa is going to have a defense breakup, so we're going to have to see some Okeanos control. Maybe we see the skill 3 heal here into Fire Ryu, but no, he decides to hold on to it.
Yeah, trying to get that glancing on top of that Vanessa to limit the damage coming out of it. We're going to see a Rain of Stones with just the 2 units on the field. Choosing not to. Goes to the first skill into the Vanessa.
Missing all the defense breaks, though. Chung Peng not very effective into the Molly aside the 2 fire units there. Only has a 30% chance not to glance.
That's right, and that's why Molly is so effective up against this Chung Peng. And we've got Vanessa trying to do all she can right now, looking for that Death Break on top of Yan Hong. Not able to capitalize with the Death Break with the additional turn there.
Sword Rain comes out. We do see 2 slows, though. 2 pretty important slows. No slow on the Molly means Molly's still going to get a lot of healing out here.
Definitely. We're going to see a big skill, too, coming onto that Vanessa. Vanessa with a branding effect, but it's not too worried with this Lulu here cleansing everything up.
Duhstin needs to pull out the luck cards. This Vanessa manages to take another Violent Proc every single turn. She goes twice. The Fire Ryu not countering skill 2 into skill 1. A little bit unlucky here for Duhstin.
You know, a lot of additional turns coming out of the Vanessa, and you can see the miss reset on top of that Chung Peng coming from Okeanos.
A little tragic. It looks like Okeanos is taking a page out of Sierra's book, learning how to miss all of her skills.
Connell finally landing a provoke. It does land on top of this Yan Hong. Yan Hong not able to do anything unless, of course, he gets that additional turn. You can see that cleanse and more healing going on top of Vanessa.
Yan Hong going down here is going to be pretty bad for Duhstin. Needs a turn rotation, and there it is. Vanessa again with the defense break into the Fire Ryu as well. This is a bad setup. It's not looking good for Duhstin.
It's not looking good at all. Vanessa can't stop and won't stop with the additional turns. Defense break sitting on top of that Fire Ryu. Not looking good at all. Molly hoping for some additional turns to heal up his team here.
No cleansing effect. Does get the additional turn. Has to wait 1 more, though, to cleanse this defense break.
Definitely. Provokes are not landing at all. That resistance lead actually being pretty strong right now for Duhstin. Does get a couple stuns on top of Connell and that Chung Peng.
This Vanessa is an unstoppable wall. No stun from the Okeanos to deny her. And there she is. She goes for the defense break on Okeanos, but misses it. A lot of damage coming out, though. Still pretty scary for Duhstin, but he is able to cleanse off the defense break here.
Yes, he is trying to cleanse off that defense break, and here it comes. A little less to worry about, having a nice shield on top of that Fire Ryu. Heals are coming out on top of Chung Peng. Vanessa finally not proccing, dealing some damage to this Okeanos.
No crit. Things might be swinging in Duhstin's favor. He could be getting that luck card we were talking about.
Yep, could be for sure. There's that first skill going into Chung Peng. Connell with a big primed and ready third skill. Can he get anything from it?
Very little, though, very little, and Cardinal goes down, and it's not looking good now. Duhstin with the upper hand. The Fire Ryu really managing to outlast drmzjoseph's team.
That's exactly what's going to be happening here. This Molly's able to keep all the debuffs off and so much healing. We've got this Fire Ryu just pummeling so much damage into drmzjoseph.
Lulu very effective with the immunity there. Does deny a lot of the extra damage that comes out of Fire Ryu. drmzjoseph with the Vanessa could actually kill Duhstin, though. Does still have the opportunity here with the defense broken Fire Ryu.
Gonna deal some damage, and deals massive damage with that first skill onto Vanessa.
Scared to get the Vanessa revenge, so goes for the skill 1 with the Fire Ryu. Tries to attack break that that Vanessa there, so she is more likely to glance.
So much damage coming out of this Fire Ryu. Looking to drop the Chung Peng, and does so. We're going to see a third skill with immunity coming up. Molly possibly looking for an additional turn to heal up even more. Not receiving an additional turn here.
drmzjoseph playing it a little bit too safe. Needed to put a little more aggression into that Fire Ryu when he had the opportunity. Very, very scary setup here, but does have the revive for the Lulu. Oh, my apologies. A revive for the Cardinal.
Cardinal's going to be the unit coming out here. Is he able to heal this unit back up to full? And he is. Duhstin's got 1 more unit to worry about again.
The attack going up and the HP going down. A lot of damage comes up from Fire Ryu. Almost takes him out.
Massive damage into that Connell. Connell does stay alive, but he's going to get put down very quickly by the Molly.
No defense break again from the Vanessa. The resistance lead really showing a lot of value here. Molly with the max resist.
Yeah, Molly with that max resistance for sure, able to resist all these defense breaks and more damage coming from this Vanessa. Lulu looking to heal up here. Back to Vanessa looking very healthy, looking for a defense break, does land it. The cleanse is there and waiting.
Vanessa with the 1 HP, it's not looking good. Duhstin's really got a lot of value here. It's going to be enough to take him down.
Both players looking for so many additional turns coming out of their support units right next to their fire damage deals. But I think this first skill is going to deal a lot of damage. No additional damage right there. And Vanessa does hold on.
She's able to revive again. We see it. Here comes the Carnal. Carnal's back. Doesn't have any skills. Not a lot of value this time.
Kano possibly needs to land a provoke to help direct this attention of the Fire Ryu. Fire Ryu once again shutting down the Connell. We got Molly trying to shut down this Vanessa. Vanessa's still alive here with a big second skill. Choosing not to go for second skill, just first skilling the Molly.
Joseph keeps playing this safe, but really needs to kind of YOLO it in. Needs to throw the defense break on the Fire Ryu and get a violent proc for a kill, but doesn't do it. Keeps holding on, wants to revive again.
This Vanessa's trying so hard, so many additional turns. He needs to capitalize off a defense break sitting on top of this Fire Ryu, and he's not gonna have it. Duhstin finally getting that unit down. It is just a lonely Lulu. Is drmzjoseph really gonna hang into this match?
drmzjoseph going for the draw, has the potential. Fire Ryu into Lulu is not a lot of damage, but even at 70%, a missed crit is still half your HP.
That's right, this Fire Ryu just with so much damage behind it, but these massive heals coming out of Lulu. drmzjoseph trying to go for the draw here, but this huge damage coming out of this Fire Ryu is just so intense.
Lulu's just a little bit too slow. Oh, it actually does steal the turn, but Fire Ryu does have skill too, and there it is. No crit, no extra hit. Molly going in for the extra turn, chipping away at the Lulu.
Molly trying to get anything possible, removing all this immunity here, and Fire Ryu finally taking down that Lulu. Duhstin answering back and getting round 2 victory over drmzjoseph.
I almost thought we were going to have a repeat of the APAC match where we saw the Molly versus Lulu, but it seems like Duhstin was able to hang in there, bring it back. Really wanted to see drmzjoseph bring the Vanessa in for some big damage. I think he should have taken the opportunity once it hit the 50% HP attack mark. Really could have just one-shot that Fire Ryu with the right setup.
Yeah, really, definitely. I really didn't want to see a Molly Lulu match for sure, but it was exciting seeing that Fire Ryu going at it. I'm surprised we're not seeing a Fire Ryu ban going into round 3. What we're seeing is a Yanhong Cannel ban.
drmzjoseph doesn't want to give up turn 1 to Duhstin. We're most likely seeing that Okeanos again like we did before. Both players trading the Okeanos first pick.
Yep, Okeanos first pick for drmzjoseph. Duhstin possibly looking to respond with a Ciara and maybe take the Vanessa away from drmzjoseph.
It could definitely take away the Vanessa from drmzjoseph. Not the biggest fan of it, mainly just because the 2 stationary speed leads together are not super strong. It is a little bit telling of what you want to take for your draft. I think it'd be interesting to see if Duhstin actually goes for another Fire Ryu pick in this game.
Looks like Duhstin's going to be leaning towards some immunity. He's going to be drafting Fran, and we've got drmzjoseph. He is staying so fire heavy. We're going to be seeing a Vanessa and a Masha coming out again for drmzjoseph.
I really like this Fran pick, though. Duhstin denying something that drmzjoseph is known well for taking Beast Riders alongside the Fran, and, doesn't go too wind heavy early on.
I do like this more coming out of Duhstin. I think this Water Ryu more is an excellent unit for all these fire damage dealers on the side of drmzjoseph.
Most definitely. We could even see a Barbara here if Duhstin taking it away from drmzjoseph.
And Duhstin bringing something that drmzjoseph probably was not prepared for. We've got a Cian coming out for Duhstin. I do like this draft.
Very strong objective draft here. drmzjoseph has to either take turn 1 and reset it or play very safe against it. Duhstin very ready for this.
drmzjoseph possibly going with the Chunk Punk, and he goes for a Lulu Diana draft instead. Are we going to see the Molly coming out for Duhstin here?
Might be the first time we see drmzjoseph a little shaky on the draft there. Unsure what he wants to take, but at the end does lock in the Lulu Diana. Very consistent, very strong combination. Duhstin here could take the Chung Pong or go for a strong fire unit.
Definitely goes for a strong fire unit. He goes for a unit that is the most banned unit in SWC in Summoner's War, and it is Rika, the 5th pick.
We're definitely seeing the Lulu gone. On Duhstin's side, I think we might actually see the Sion gone, actually. Not a lot of ways to deal with it, knowing the Lulu is going to go away.
Let's see what these bans are going to be, because I think the signal's a ban on the Lulu, but we're about to find out what this ban is, and it is a Lulu and Rika ban.
Definitely scary for drmzjoseph here.
Definitely scary indeed. But we are in a game 3. We need to put our worries aside and our game faces on. Let's go, drmzjoseph and Duhstin in our match 3.
Oh, Okeanos does land the reset, the most crucial one he needed for this match. So this is a good setup now. drmzjoseph has a lot of opportunity to take down Duhstin. The Sion could go down in an early turn.
Definitely indeed. We're looking for a big strip coming out of that. More not receiving that reset on top of the Vanessa. Shields up for the Diana.
Dustin's going to have to control the Diana here with a bunch of bombs. Really needs to make sure the Diana can't rip through his Sion until he's able to get another turn on it.
Yeah, drmzjoseph not able to cleanse any of these bombs, and Ciara really having a better day today, landing that bomb on top of Masha. Vanessa doing exactly what she does, and that is violent proc.
Takes the extra turn. No stun on the Masha, though. A little unfortunate here, but does manage to proc out of his defense break. Duhstin again in a safe position.
Duhstin definitely in a safe position, looking to put that bomb on Diana. Called a caster's curse, but that bomb did miss on top of Diana.
A little bit unfortunate here for Duhstin. Gonna take a lot of damage. Needs to knock Masha off the mountain. Does, and the attack break as well.
Duhstin does dismount that Vanessa. You got to keep in mind he needs to reset the Vanessa so that he doesn't have to worry about Masha coming back on the beast.
drmzjoseph in a bit of an awkward position here. Needs to deal with 2 units at once. Needs to take down the Sierra, but also alongside it, take down the Sion.
Defense break sitting on top of Ciara right now, but he does have the cleanse with that Fran. Rain of Stones coming out on top of Dustin's unit, trying to eliminate that Ciara as quick as possible.
Pretty big damage coming out here, so I'm most likely Sierra will go down to the Diana on this turn, but then we have 2 turns for the Sion, so we got to protect it.
Attack break does land on top of Diana, but Diana's not going to be carrying at all. We're going to see a big skill, too, going out onto Ciara, looking to remove this unit from the field. Duhstin not able to revive back units here, choosing to go for the Cian instead.
Actually, a pretty smart play here. Believes that even with his attack break, or correct me if I'm wrong, does manage to kill both units regardless here.
It didn't matter at all. drmzjoseph dropping that CR, dropping that CN, not looking good for Duhstin. He just has this Fran and a lonely Moa.
Yeah, drmzjoseph having this incredibly high damage. Diana here managed to take out the Sierra with skill 1 there with the 9.5k.
Definitely a high damage Diana indeed, and this is going to be the right unit to be eliminating this more from the field. Not looking good at all for Duhstin.
Yeah, Duhstin has a lot of damage on this Water Ryu. High damage, I believe high crit damage as well as the additional damage, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
That was a massive Despair stun on top of that Diana, but he's got to know that the Vanessa passive is still up. Diana with the additional turn, getting those shields up. Okeanos just trying to poke in as much damage as possible.
Oh, another value Despair stun, though. Oh, the defense break could come up from Vanessa. Doesn't hit it, though, the glancing.
No defense break coming out of Vanessa at all, but Vanessa just violent procking like usual. Moore trying to eliminate this Diana from the field, but Diana with a beautiful stun on top of Moore. We've got Masha trying to deal as much damage here as well. Vanessa up here trying to deal as much damage as well. Not looking good at all for Duhstin.
Yeah, no passive. That stun was really effective, and Diana's going to be able to get an extra turn here, swap forms, and take out that Moore, and it's looking pretty much over for Duhstin.
Definitely looking over indeed. drmzjoseph taking round 3 away from Duhstin with all that power behind his draft.
All right, well, there it is. You guys touched on it. We said at the top there, drmzjoseph, one of the more unique drafters in the game, one of the minds of the game. In that final draft, looked flustered, rolling with the triple fire first couple of picks, or first triple picks, and then just actually uses brute force with the Diana. That was not necessarily like, hey, I'm gonna outdraft you. It's like, hey, I've outplayed you. I've been to every single America's Cup that I've participated in, and he still has that opportunity.